What is up, everyone? Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Elgato Key Light Air. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video with your boy Eddie41. And you guys, today I am excited to be unboxing and reviewing the Elgato Key Light Air. I got this a little while ago. I've been saving the unboxing because I wanted to show you guys and review it for you guys. I've had a channel for a little bit over a year now, and I have used some janky light setups, but I think it was finally time for an upgrade, so I wanted to review it. Is it worth the investment? Can you get away with using a more cheaper light, or should you invest in something like the Elgato Key Light Air? That is what we're gonna find out today. So I'm very excited to open this and put it to use. And without further ado, let's just jump right into it and let's get into the unboxing. All right, y'all, so let's jump right into the unboxing. So as you can see here, it is the Key Light Air, but Best Buy had to put this damn sticker on the front of my box. I tried taking it off, but it's gonna ruin the top of it. So I'd rather not show you guys a janky ass box. So let's cut the tape. And that's what it looks like on the inside. Some more cardboard, in case that's what you wanted. We'll take the little thing off, brand reveal, and some more cardboard. There's always cardboard inside of cardboard, right? That's like the one thing. So it comes with the instruction manual, so it shows you how to use it. We'll probably be using that in a little bit, so, you know, just the good stuff. Put that to the side. And in here, we probably have the actual light itself. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. Bam! So that's what it is, guys. It is the Elgato Key Light Air, and this is what it looks like. As you can see there, it says Key Light Air. So yeah, guys, brand new, fresh out the box. This is what it looks like. I'm sure this is the stand in there. I don't know what this is actually, maybe the stand. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So let's set this right here so we can go through the rest of the pieces. What is this? Is this a second light? Nope, it is just a stand. I knew it. So this is probably the stand where you're gonna use the tripod on. So set that to the side. They're almost the same size, crazy. And then you have the actual stand itself. So this is probably where we're gonna be putting the light. We're probably gonna put the actual baseboard right here. And I assume that this is, let me move this out the way. And I assume that this last bit here is probably the electrical stuff. Yep, I called it. So, wow, look, so here is the plug right here, is what it is. So let's put that to the side. And it looks like it comes with a whole bunch of different types of outlets. So in case you were somewhere international, I don't know where this is from, but this is definitely not what we use here in the US. Put that to the side. Another one that we don't use here in the US, but in case you needed it. And then a couple more. This one looks like the US one. I don't know, this one, that I was holding the wrong one. This is definitely not US. This is the one we wanted right here, this bad boy. So let's put it to the side so we don't confuse them with the rest. And then I think these are part of the tripod itself. So we'll put these here as well, because they look like we will need them in a little bit, as well as this guy right here. So as you guys can see, that is everything that came inside the box. So as you can see here, we have our actual light, we have our baseboard, we have the electrical outlets, as well as 3 different iterations of it in case you needed something that wasn't from the US. You have your US outlet, which we need, and then you have your I'm assuming you're gonna put all this together with this and that so that you can mount this. So we have all your mounting gear and your actual tripod or mount itself. So this is everything that comes in the box, you guys. So obviously everything comes undone. I'm gonna put it together in a little bit and show you what it looks like, but this is everything that came in the box. It looks pretty nice, looks pretty good quality. I mean, this is metal, I believe, and this feels pretty hefty itself. Look, if I let it drop, it's pretty hefty. And then this light feels light, but I imagine it has to be light because it's more about the LED about it rather than an actual bulb. So look, it's flat. This looks nice. So yeah, guys, let me put this together. We'll be right back. We'll put this to the test and see how well this light works. All right, y'all, so I finished setting up the light. I plugged it in. I installed the app because you do need an app to control the light, make it brighter, make it dimmer, make it more yellow, make it more blue, you know, the whole thing. So I have it set up and I will show you. So this is what it looks like. It is the whole thing. It is pretty hefty and it's pretty big. As you can see, it's like damn near half my body. And you can make it taller, shorter, however you need it to be. Right now, this is like the standard size, but if you wanted to, you just unscrew this piece right here, make it taller, make it shorter. And you do install this wire to the back of this little divot right here, if you can see. But I haven't done that yet. I will do it later, but for the sake of the tutorial, if you will, I'm just gonna leave it as is, right? So yeah, guys, this is what the light looks like. And if you turn it on, There's a switch in the back. So right here, can you really see it? There's a switch right underneath here. You just press it, turns it on. It connects to the app. So as you can see here, look, literally, I'm gonna go on my phone. So I can make it more yellower, more of a yellow hue light, or more of a blue tone light. I can make it brighter. I can make it dimmer, all from my phone. Yeah guys, super easy. So as you can see, it's set up and ready to go. I want to test it out and see what it looks like in different scenarios. Like I do have a second one. So I did buy two just because for my particular setup, I think two probably makes the most sense for me because I'm gaming in pretty dark rooms. So if I do one light, I think it might be too harsh of a light. So I did two, but for the sake of testing, I'm going to test what it looks like with one light, two lights in different scenarios and really give you guys an idea of what this would look like. Would you get it in a bright light situation, in a dark room, with one light, with two lights, the whole thing, right? So let's jump into the different settings and yeah guys, without further ado, let's jump into the testing and see what this looks like. So before we get into the actual testing, I wanted to show you exactly how I have my lights set up. So I have one to my right hand side and one to my left hand side, both behind my screens, just so you guys have a perfect idea of how those lights are set up behind the scenes when I start going into my testing. All right, so for our control, I have no lights on in this room. It is daylight, not super bright outside, but there is daylight. Let's see, I'm gonna have one light turned on and then we'll start with one light, then we'll do two, right? This is one light to my right side and we'll turn it on, do different brightness, do different hues and see what that looks like. So this is on, this is like medium brightness right now and right in the middle, so you can see right in the middle of both. But this is what that looks like if I wanted to make it, let's go all the way cold, right? This is to be very specific, this is 7000K white light and this is middle brightness. As you can see, it looks a lot more natural, makes me look a lot more like if it's just daytime. If I go all the way to the right, and this is 2900, this 2900K, it's very yellow as you can see. If I make it brighter, you can see I'm still really yellow, or if I make it dim, you know, gives you a little bit of that yellow hue, right? So if I go back to 7000K, this is what it looks like on the low setting, right? If I go brighter, all the way bright, maybe too bright, I'm like super bright here, right? So definitely is very bright. As you can see, look, night and day. If I turn it off, wow, that's just one light, guys. That's one light. Granted, it is all the way to the right. So if I put it in the middle, play around with it, as you can see, you can go, you know, if I want to give myself a little bit of a natural tone, I can. If I want to go a little bit more of a studio look, I would go for the more blue hue. But as you can see, you have the option to do either or, right? So if it's too bright, I don't want it to be too bright, and that's all controllable from the app. I'm doing this all from my phone, as you can see. I haven't touched the light at all. If I want to turn it off, I can. If I want to turn it back on, I can certainly do that. So yeah guys, this is what it looks like with one light in bright light. Now let's try it with two. All right, so back to our control. So I'm gonna test both lights. So I have both lights set up where I probably will be keeping them in real life. So I have one to my right, one to my left. And this is back to our control. No light, bright light outside. And let's turn them on in 3, 2, 1. So that's both lights on. I have them both set to the middle on both terms of how yellow or blue or bright I want them to be. So let's play around with it. Let's play around with it. So this is both lights all the way on 7000K. You can see both lights on, both lights off. One light on. This is actually more in front of me, so you can see not as harsh of light here. But this one, you can see I have a pretty good shadow on my right side. But if I turn both of these guys on, even better. So if I turn this one off, you can see actually I do see a little bit of shade here. So if you want that more full look, I definitely recommend getting both, as you can see, because if I do just one, you can see one light gives me a bit of a shadow on this side. If I do no light, it looks like this. But if I just do this right light, not as bad. You can see it still, you know, it's definitely not terrible. If you have it right in front of you, you can probably get away with just using one. But if you use both, much better, right? So let's go all the way to the right. Let's do yellow light now. So one yellow, and let's keep this one on blue. So this is what this looks like. You can see it have a little bit of a blue hue on this side, definitely more yellow here. Now let's do the reverse. So yeah, if you wanted to see, this is more of a, if you wanted to have a natural look or more of a nice natural skin tone color, you can do that. I have my 7000K on this side and 2900K on my left side. And this is what it looks like, so guys. So if I do up the brightness on both, you can really play around with it. So if you wanted to give yourself a nice natural look, just maybe on one side, you know, turn it brighter on the other side. You really have so many options to do everything here. So this is what both looks like. I have one fully on 7000K and one fully on 2900K. And this is what it looks like, guys. It's pretty good. So let me turn it off so you can see the contrast. So look at that. The camera's gonna adjust obviously, but this makes a whole hell of a lot of a difference, right? I don't even know what I'm saying. This is so good. So yeah, guys, this is what it looks like in bright light. We'll move on to the next stage, which is doing it in a dark room with maybe some backlight and see what that looks like. So let's transition to that now. All right, yeah, so this is the control. As you can see, I close the curtain. These are blackout curtains. There's still a little bit of light, but it's pretty dark in here. I turn on my backlights. I have one set to purple and one set to green. So we'll see what this looks like. So this is the control. This is with no lighting. Obviously, it doesn't look super great, although the backlight does look nice, but this is with one of them on. We'll start with the right one only, and then we'll move on to just two, just so you can see what they look like, right? So this is a little bit more in front of me. So if you remember, there's not that much of a shadow on my left side of the face, but let's just see. Oh God, it's so bright. Jesus Christ. As you can see, that's maybe a little bit too bright. The camera will adjust a little bit, but let me make it a little less bright. So this is just with one light. So you can see it does look so much better than no light, obviously. So I've kind of just made the effort to kind of show you the big difference between light and no light, right? So this is just one. So again, this is 4400, but if I wanted to go all the way to 7000, this is what that looks like. So it's more of a studio look. If I wanted to go all the way to 2900K, it looks really yellow. I probably wouldn't do this. I'd probably go somewhere in the middle, like right here, so I still keep my natural skin tone and still not super studio-like, but somewhere in the middle. The light right now is at 15% brightness, so I could go all the way up, but as you can see, it's pretty harsh if I go up. Obviously, like if I wanted to be super bright, I could, but I don't think I need to go that bright just for my settings. I think I would probably stay around somewhere around 25%, which is what it is right now. So as you can see, it's kind of in front of me, not super, you know, harsh shadow on the left-hand side, but it does look pretty good. Honestly, I think you could probably get away with one if it's just like dark room and you have the light right in front of you. It does do a really good job of illuminating your face and really showcasing yourself, which is exactly what these lights are for, right? Showcasing the main product, which is yourself. So yeah, that's what one light looks like. So we'll turn it off. Look at that huge difference, right? Let me turn it back on so you can see. The camera will adjust, but it's not bad, right? There is a little bit of a shadow here, but not super bad. I personally would do two, and this is why. Look, I'm gonna turn the other one on. I'm gonna match the settings before I turn it on, just so you can see what that looks like in 3, 2, 1. So that's what two lights look like. So it's so much more filling of the face, as you can see. Let me turn it off. See how now you notice the shadow a lot more? Before you didn't, right? You almost could get away with it. Honestly, if you want that, you know, cinematic look, I definitely recommend one. It does look a little bit more, I know, like rugged, and you're like, it's cinematic, like, yeah, like I'm playing games, but this is a cinema, right? But two definitely gives you a fuller look on both sides of your face. So this is what both look like setting. So let me be specific. So both lights are at 3700K in terms of white light, and then the brightness are around 30% each, right? So again, right, this is dark light. As you can see that the lights behind me actually pop out a lot more. So if I turn both off, you'll see what I mean? Like the camera will adjust a bit, but it kind of hues it out. As you can see now, you can still kind of tell it's purple and green, but not too much, right? But if I turn both lights on, once the camera adjusts, because it will adjust, you know, give it some time. Now you can see that these are for sure green lights and those are purple lights. Guys, this is such a good investment. I highly recommend these lights. These are actually like, the light isn't too harsh, because I have seen some lights where the light is just like a kind of like a, for lack of a better way of explaining it, almost like a shotgun light, where it's kind of just directly pointing at your face and it creates pretty harsh shadows within your shot. And right now in this instance, you can see I look pretty well illuminated. My skin is glowing, you guys. Definitely want to showcase my skin. I pay too much money for skincare products, but you know, we gotta showcase the skin. But yeah, guys, this is what two light looks like. And again, just to kind of give you some more comparison, if I wanted to do one, as you can see, you can definitely tell. See, at first you couldn't see the shadows, but now you definitely can. So if we switch lights and do the left side, so much more noticeable. And you can tell that's a little bit more noticeable because this one is definitely more on my left side. Like if it was like, it's like right here, whereas this one is on the right, but kind of like in front of me right here. You can definitely see the shadows now, but if I do both, definitely fills in everything and gives you a much more highlighted, puts you in the center of attention, guys. So definitely recommend these lights. I honestly think it's worth the upgrade. I had some janky lights, I don't know where it is, but it was like a small, just like a light ring. It was tiny. It was like probably the size of my fist. Let me see if I can find it. So I did find it, guys. So this is what I used before. So that it was bright and it did serve its purpose. You guys, I am a small YouTube channel. I don't have money to be splurging on things here and there. I did splurge on a couple of things right off the bat, but lights were one of the things where I did. And I got the nice camera, I got the PC built, but I didn't invest in a nice light until now. Honestly, I should have done this a lot earlier because look at this, right? This is what I started with, this little janky light. It's not even a plug-in, like it just comes with a USB. I would plug it into my PC or the back of my screens, and it worked for the while, right? It worked. If my videos you've seen before, they're not too bad, but this is definitely so much better, guys. So with that said, guys, I hope this video helped you in deciding whether or not you want to put the investment into some nice lights. The Elgato Key Light Airs, to be specific. So I highly recommend these lights. As you can see, I am looking phenomenal. My skin, my hair, I look buff. Definitely worth the investment, guys. So with that said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully I helped a couple of you make a decision whether that was to buy it or not to buy it. It's up to you guys at the end of the day, guys. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and until the next video, guys, peace.